All right, welcome to the spoiler talk of Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. Just called Spider-Man, right?
It's just called Spider-Man. And
Or Marvel Spider-Man.
Marvel Spider-Man, yeah.
Sure. Okay. So,
I liked it.
The ending is the big spoiler part that we need to talk about immediately.
Yeah, so I think those are the only real spoilers, right? I mean, it's not like there's that much to talk about spoiler-wise. I mean, the story's good. I like that, the game kind of split up into two main acts. There's the first part of the game where it's like clean and you think you know what's going to happen. And then once Mr. Negative breaks everyone out of prison and the town goes to crap and Silver Sable shows up, it's like a whole different city.
Warzone.
Martial
cool.
law.
Very, very cool.
Yes. That's very a cool little twist. So I guess that's a spoiler.
Yep.
I did enjoy that. I did like the fights with... was it Vulture and Electro? I thought was a pretty cool one, and so was Scorpion and Rhino. I thought that was well done. I liked that it was fighting the two of them at once, like having it be two fights instead of four separate fights.
Yep.
Because I think that could have gotten very tiresome.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they did a good job.
Yeah, it's
there.
interesting how they bunched them all together there at the end. I guess you could spread them out if you hadn't done all of the side missions and stuff. But yeah,
the Dr. Octopus twist wasn't really much of a twist in the sense that,
What was the twist?
That he was a bad guy.
Oh, well, I mean, that's...
Yeah, but it's still well done, I thought.
Very well done.
It was well done.
Yeah.
Excellent. I thought all the acting, all the character designs, all the, everything, the writing was great. My only real... It's so weird. Like, I thought everything was so well done, except, like, the very end. In fact... Like the very last scene before the game ends, the credits roll, I just thought was really awkward and abrupt when Peter and MJ are like at the diner or whatever. And he just like, I don't know, it just ended. And I was like, wait, what?
It ended like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
right,
exactly.
They go in for the kiss. And
I thought you meant the scene before that with Aunt May.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second. But I just remember that when that ended, I literally said, what?
It was an odd, like, not that the scene was odd. It was just like
weird.
It was just like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's the end of the story. And I kind of get like how that could be the end because you're like, they're back together and everything.
But it's not really the end anyway. There's two endings.
Well, that's post.
Well, sure. But for those two, it's kind of the end. Like that story arc there is where that ends, but it was kind of I agree. Like it just ended really quickly right there.
It felt weird. It felt like somebody just pulled the rug right out from under me.
I also finished this before the two of you, so maybe I just don't remember it.
Okay. But that being said, I did love the post-credit scenes.
But I'll say, which one did you like? Did you like?
Well, there was the Harry's trip to Europe.
Harry's trip to Europe, where he's actually in a tube, and
which is awesome. I guess he's Venom. That was really well done.
Harry's Venom. Did that ever happen? You know Spider-Man better than me.
That happened in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon.
Oh,
so I mean, everybody's been Venom at some point.
Yeah.
So that's certainly interesting. It certainly explains why the Black Spider-Man suit does not appear in this game.
Sure,
because
they got to save something
for the next one. Yep. And it also offers a little bit of a more interesting twist than him necessarily being Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously I think we see him in the next game as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, Norman will be Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll happen.
The other post-credit scene was,
and then I assume you'll play as Miles. Like maybe it'll be a play either or character.
Yeah, I thought that was. Cool.
I think I don't know if you'll play either or. I think it may just be situational, like this, like in this one. With the Mary Jane
there's part of me that thinks that it would be cool, like when you finish the story or when you're in between missions, if you could like just switch it up and like, oh, I don't want to be Peter, I want to be Miles for a little bit. And he'll have a different power set because Miles has a slightly different power set.
If they could pull that off with a story arc, that seems pretty tough. But
Well, no, I think when you go to start the story mission, then it'll be whatever the character that for that story mission needs to be. But if you wanted to take out one of those, like, hideouts missions to get the tokens, you could be either Peter Parker or Miles Morales. That's what I think will happen.
yeah, I still think that's kind of breaks the overall
DLC. It's going to be DLC.
I don't think that breaks anything.
I don't think it'll be a DLC. I think they'll just be parts
That'll
that
be
you're
the
playing
sequel.
as Miles. And
Yeah. Or maybe the sequel will be you just play as Miles. And that's how they change it up. But it doesn't have that many costumes. But they'll figure it out.
The other thing that I thought was a little weird, also at the ending, was all of us in like 5 minutes we learn that Aunt May knew that we were Spider-Man this whole time, and Doc Ock knew that we were Spider-Man, that we were Peter Parker.
Well, they're both
I
not
was fine
stupid.
with that. Yeah, they're like
But
I
it's just
felt
weird that they both revealed it like within 5 minutes of each other.
Well,
It just
Aunt May
seemed-
was
wrapping
dying.
things up. Yeah,
right, which was
And then she
okay.
dies. And then they
Yeah.
bury her next to Ben in the cemetery in Harlem.
Yeah.
right. And then you can get the trophy for pressing triangle near them.
Yep. I did do that. And I also laughed really hard when Aunt May died. Because it was
course you
so
did.
cheesy.
Well, that's what I mean. Like she said, "Oh, I knew it was you. I want to see you."
Oh, look how melodramatic we are. Oh, look, you didn't see this twist coming. Oh, we're killing Aunt May. Oh, isn't it? Look how shocked you are. You're shocked. And I'm like,
I honestly thought they might kill off Peter, and it ends with Miles taking over
that's happened before.
because he got stabbed at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He got a little stabby. Thought he could have been.
I didn't mind the Aunt May stuff. I didn't think it was. I mean,
No,
it's
I'm
comic
nitpicking.
book stuff. Like it's.
I
not-
didn't. It's not that I minded it. I just thought it was a little hokey.
Yes,
It wasn't even comic booky. It was more video gamey.
Well, I mean, they were doing the whole Peter had to make the choice type of thing.
Yeah, it was kind of it was fine.
If
I don't think it
both
had
of those
the
things didn't
oomph
happen
that
at
they
the
wanted
end,
it to
or not, or if that wasn't right at the end, you probably wouldn't have minded it so much. It
Well,
just,
I think the Doc Ock thing is pretty interesting because he doesn't die and he knows who Spider-Man is.
Yep. No, I thought he
Maybe
was awesome.
he steals his brain.
Right, and then marries dead Aunt May.
Yep,
Um,
that's all. This is all stuff that's happened in the comics, Chief.
They resurrected Aunt May.
No, she
Sure.
doesn't. She's not dead in the comics.
No.
I'm sure she's been resurrected at some point.
Remember, she was almost going to die once, and then Spider-Man made a deal with the devil to keep her alive, but
Yep.
had to dissolve his marriage.
Right, that was a good
Wow.
story arc.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Yep.
That's very weird.
It was it with Mephisto?
Yeah, it
Or
was,
was it?
Mephisto. Yeah.
Okay. So not technically the devil, one of his
Well,
sons.
he
A
is
devil.
the ruler of an alternate dimension that's very similar to our idea of what hell would be.
Right. But I thought he was still related to the devil. I didn't think he was. I don't know.
I think
My
he's
Mephisto knowledge might not be
He's
think-
a devil. He's not the devil.
Exactly. I think it's
right.
more like
I,
that.
I think that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a weird part where towards the end again, where Peter goes to make his suit to fight Doc Ock, and it just changed to the standard video game suit as you went to that cutscene?
Yes.
What? Why?
I don't know, but what's funny is I forgot about it until you just said that right now, and now I'm like, yeah, I do remember that.
Like throughout the entire game, like it was like
whatever
so
suit you
amazing.
were
Like it was
wearing,
like whatever
yeah.
suit you're wearing, and then it's like you open this door and you're like, okay, well I haven't used this suit since like the game started, and
Yeah, which is also pretty funny. They made such a big deal out of the new suit, and they put it on the cover, and I don't think I wore it once.
I really like that suit. I wore it for most of the game.
That's funny.
I thought it was actually like one of the best designs.
The costumes in the game are all pretty good. They did a good job with their costume choices. I'll give the
I
game
didn't
that.
like them.
what?
I didn't like a lot of them actually.
Yeah,
Really?
what's up with the spirit spider or whatever? What is his
the
deal?
Ghost Rider spider? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird. I
How
don't
did
know.
he get in there?
I don't know, but he's got a big old bulge, unlike the other ones.
Some of them look like Spider-Man has a little pooch though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two like blocky and robotic looking. I would have probably just preferred if
I don't know,
the
the
game
2D
devs just made their own, like just their own,
well,
like slightly different takes.
They
on
had
this
a lot
classic.
of that in there.
Yeah,
like
there
there was
is
a lot of
that
like
in there.
famous artists that did suits for this game.
I like the 2D one a lot. I thought that one was so cool.
No, that one is very cool.
And the the Alex Ross one I like a lot too. That's probably my favorite. The one that looks like the classic Spider-Man suit but shiny. Not
Sure.
the Infinity War one. The other one. That's a good suit.
Yeah, most of the ones that are red and blue are pretty good.
Yeah.
I like red and blue.
Right. That's
I'm a
kind of what
purist.
we're looking for.
I gotta say, the game was pretty fantastic. It's a real technical achievement, I think, to be able to swing through the city like that. They did a pretty fantastic job.
There are very few flaws with that game. Challenge tokens. That's really it. It's just the challenge tokens. The fact that I finished the game on normal and I had no issues finishing the game, which isn't a problem, but they have these challenge tokens that are required to unlock new gadgets that I never unlocked. Which makes me wonder, is that a design flaw in the game itself? Like, why have these gadgets that I never... Not only do I not need them, but I don't even unlock them to even use them once? I don't know.
Right. Like I think I'm 96 or 97% complete with the game. Like total completion. And there's 2 gadgets I just have never unlocked.
Yeah, I think I actually maybe
97%
exactly the same. Yeah.
Completion, and there's 2 whole gadgets that I
just don't even have a need for.
Right.
Clearly, they must not be important or useful enough where I feel like I'm missing them. So I feel like that's a problem. Like,
too much content.
It's not even a too much content. It's a, if I
not enough. I think the problem is not enough challenge, side quests. Like they're like, not everybody wants to get like the perfect score on these challenges.
Exactly. They should
just
have
give me more of them so that I could just do more of them and get some tokens that way.
I agree. If you need, say, 100 tokens to unlock everything, then give me 200 tokens worth of missions.
Or just let me unlock it with 50.
Exactly. Yeah, or one or the other. Either you exactly. You either don't have enough side missions, or the things cost too many tokens.
All right. Well, it sounds like we all really enjoy the game, and yeah.
All right. This was very exciting.
We did it.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Stay tuned next week where we're going to have a complete spoiler cast on Red Dead Redemption because we all will have finished it by then.
Yes. Perfect. Nailed it.
I think so.